Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of American Soccer Quick Kicks. I'm your host, David Wright, and we have a huge week ahead of us. Friday is going to be absolutely enormous. Let me tell you about it. We have, first of all, the Major League All-Star game is going to be taking place on Wednesday night. It's going to be the Major League All-Stars versus Arsenal from the English Premier League. And I do believe we're going to see Matt Turner. Is that right? We're going to have Matt Turner in the house playing. It's going to be held at Audi Field in DC United's home stadium. So look for that on Wednesday night. And then Friday's the big day. A couple of huge things going on. The Women's World Cup gets started. I believe, actually, I think the World Cup itself might be getting started on Thursday, but the United States women's team has their first match Saturday afternoon in Auckland, New Zealand. And because of the time zone difference, we're actually going to be able to see them in prime time on Friday night live. Because that's how far away they are from us. But anyway, 8 o'clock Central Time, okay, 9 p.m. Eastern, Friday night on Fox or FS1, the United States women's team will open World Cup play against Vietnam. So anyway, be on the lookout for that. I'm not planning on covering that World Cup very heavily, but it's getting started. It's on us, and the United States women are looking to win their third consecutive World Cup. Can they do it? They're still one of the favorites, but the gap has been closed. We're not as separated from the field as we have been historically. So anyway, Friday night against Vietnam. The other thing that's going to happen on Friday is the beginning of Leagues Cup. And I want to spend some time trying to talk about this. This is a month-long tournament that includes every club from Major League Soccer and every club from Liga MX. So both leagues are stopping everything, coming together for this one tournament. And it starts with some group play, and then they'll go to elimination brackets. It's going to last about a month. This is the first time that this tournament has been held. Okay, there have been a series of events under the banner, under the name Leagues Cup for the past few years. These have just been exhibition matches between MLS and Liga MX clubs. It's just been a nothing, right? It's just hasn't meant anything, doesn't get a lot of hype. And MLS clubs, I know, rotated their rosters heavily and didn't care if they won it or not, played their second string or played their reserves. And because they were just having to squeeze these matches in between league matches, and they wanted to be able to compete for MLS Cup, they couldn't be distracted by spending their best players on some exhibition that didn't matter. Well, with the growing partnership between Major League Soccer and Liga MX, they wanted Leagues Cup to count, and this is what they've come up with. And I think it's actually a really, really good move. I'm excited for it. If you're looking to be able to get into Major League Soccer a little bit, but you just haven't had the energy to follow the regular league, just follow this. All right, this is for you. This is a closed tournament. It's only going to be 1 month long, and then it's over. And we're going to be able to see. And like in Champions League, when we see MLS versus Liga MX clubs, we're seeing the best of each league. All right, we're seeing what's the best Major League Soccer has to offer, and how does it match up against the best from Mexico. But we've never been able to see what a couple of mid-table teams, how they compare to each other, or how a low-table Mexican club does against mid-table Major League Soccer. We're going to be able to see everybody playing, and we'll really get a good sense of the two leagues. But why are we doing this? Well, we're doing this to grow the league, to grow the audience. And I think this is really smart. I've mentioned this before in one of my earliest videos. We have a critical mass of soccer fans in the United States. That is a thing. And they watch soccer on TV. The problem is they're not watching Major League Soccer for the most part. Easily the most watched league in America, with the largest fan base, the league with the largest fan base in America, it belongs to Liga MX. It's the Spanish-speaking audience that follows Mexican soccer. That is the largest American soccer television audience. And Major League Soccer recognizes that, and they've identified that demographic as a target of who they want to go after to try to convert into Major League Soccer fans. Not trying to steal them from Liga MX, just kind of add to. It's not zero sum. I think this is brilliant because the fact that you're pausing both seasons and you're focusing only on this is the only competition taking place. Not even like Open Cup is going on. So there's no need just play your reserves because you're trying to because you got a league match on Saturday kind of thing. This is the only focus that these clubs have. So there's no reason not to put your best guys forward. Now I know if you're contending for MLS Cup and you've got some injuries or whatever, maybe you're going to lay some guys off, right? Let them heal up. But if I would think in any MLS Cup, excuse me, any MLS club should really be going for this, especially if they're mid-table or low table and they think they're not going to compete for any other trophy. Well, you know what? Here is a path to Champions League. Okay, the top 3 finishers in this tournament will go to Champions League, with the champion getting a bye in the first round of the Champions League. So this is a like the U.S. Open Cup. This is a path to Champions League. And if you don't think you're going to compete, especially if you don't think you're going to compete for MLS Cup this year, go for this. Go for this with all you got. The other thing is all those Liga MX fans that love to watch their club on television, that follow them every week, if they want to see their club in action in a tournament with a trophy up for grabs, bragging rights between the 2 leagues, and a spot in Champions League, they're going to watch Leagues Cup. So they're gonna kind of be forced to watch Major League Soccer teams in action over the course of this tournament. And so what are they doing? They're sampling the product. We are getting, I'm speaking for MLS, we're getting our product in front of this television audience. And you got to think that that's a good move as far as marketing the league and trying to grow the television audience. And it's going to be on season pass. So that's what they're trying to do, trying to sell subscriptions. Between Leagues Cup's appeal to the Mexican soccer fans and the presence of Messi now in the league, I suspect we're going to see subscriptions just absolutely skyrocket. I don't think they've announced any hard numbers, but they have announced they've been very, very pleased with how it's gone. It's actually exceeded their expectations this year. So I'm happy for that. And by all accounts, the production value, the coverage, the quality of the coverage, it's all been top notch. I actually have resisted the season pass so far this year, but now that Messi's here, I'm going to raise my hand. I'm planning on getting the season pass. And I don't want to miss any of the action. So anyway, that's what Leagues Cup is. We're trying to capture that Liga MX television audience. We're going to see both leagues in action for an entire month where there's no other competitions going on. I hope that every manager will take this seriously, that they'll play their best players, will play hard, and it should be a lot of fun. I think this is a fantastic idea. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. I'm going to do another video soon. I was hoping to have, there was a MLS content creator that I reached out to in the month of June. We were trying to get him on my show. It didn't quite work out. Maybe it will down the road. But I was going to try to bring him in to kind of do a little status update now that we hit the halfway point of the Major League Soccer regular season, since I haven't really spent any time covering the regular season. We're now more like 2/3 of the way through, and that whole league the league action's on pause for the next month. So I'm going to try to come back and do kind of touch on some of the highlights of where we are in the league and what some of the good stories are, maybe what clubs to kind of keep your eye on in the stretch. Maybe you're signing up for a season pass now that Messi's in the league. You want to know which clubs are the good ones, what are the good stories this year. I'm going to see if I can give you a few of those. Anyway, we got a whole lot of soccer coming up. Leagues Cup, Leo Messi, Women's World Cup. Watch some soccer with me, and I'll talk to you next time.